Said that's enough.
Yeah. You need that? Instead of putting it out water.
Alright. Wait till some people. Can you turn the TV down a little bit? I don't want my video copyrighted. Alright, good morning, y'all. Today we are making some homemade buttermilk biscuits with some sausage gravy. Homemade sausage gravy. So I already got my oven. You would typically put your oven on 450, but I got mine on like 440, 445-ish because our oven gets super hot. And I don't want my biscuits to burn. So, yeah. Let me get my measuring cup. Because with this recipe, you want to use the measurements to the T. Because you don't want nothing to go wrong and then your biscuits to turn out wrong because you missed a step or didn't do something right. So I got my measuring cup. Got my handy dandy recipe paper because I don't know the recipe by heart in my head, so I wrote it down. So we're gonna do 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I got some all-purpose flour. I always use unbleached flour. So we're gonna use 2 cups. Alright, that's 1 cup. And I'm gonna and 2. And we're gonna leave the flour out because we're gonna have to put some on the thing to fold up the biscuits. So we're gonna leave that out. Alright, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then we need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So we got some baking powder, and we're gonna do 1 tablespoon. So this is a half a tablespoon, so we're gonna do 2 of these. 1 and 2. 2 tablespoons. I mean, not 2. 1 tablespoon. This is half a tablespoon, so I put 2 of these. But you're gonna do 1 tablespoon. All right, and then you're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So I need my 1/4 spoon. What's this? I don't have a 1/4, so this is 1/2 a teaspoon. So I'm gonna just do like half of this one. So 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Boom. And 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is a half a teaspoon, so we're gonna do 1, 2, so that make 1 teaspoon, and then we need to do a 1/4, so we're gonna just do half of this. Hopefully that's a 4th. Boom. So 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're gonna mix this together. You want to go ahead and mix all that together. Just to get everything mixed in. What are you making? I'm making some homemade buttermilk biscuits with homemade sausage gravy. Alright, so now that the dry ingredients are all good and mixed in, we're going to take our cold butter. Make sure it's cold. And then you're going to do, we're going to do 6 tablespoons. This whole stick is 8 tablespoons. They got the measurements on there. And this is unsalted butter. Get unsalted. So we're just going to cut this to the 6 tablespoons line. Boom. And we're going to save the rest of this to actually put on our biscuits. So we actually going to milk this, y'all. Alright, so boom. What you're going to do with this butter is you're going to take it. You can cut it in cubes or you can grate it into it. This step gets very messy. Well, just making these homemade biscuits get messy in general. But just rubbing this butter on here, it's already melting on my hands. That's kind of grossing me out. But hey, that's what you do when you cook. If you do stuff that gross you out. But it's going to turn out good. Make it good. I am. Can I get some? Sure. I'll ship you some. I'll ship you some, girl. First class.
Where did it go?
Alright. You want to make sure you get all your butter, as much of the butter in there as possible. Alright, cool. This is about the much butter we're going to get in there. Alright. And then we're going to take this. We're going to spin that around like this to get that butter mixed in there. We're going to get it good and evened out. If you want to add more butter, you can. If you want your biscuits real buttery, you can add the whole stick if you want to. That's your choice. Alright. And then we're going to take some buttermilk. You can add your own buttermilk, or you can just, you know, freehand it and use buttermilk that you buy from the store. And then we're going to do 1 cup of buttermilk. You're going to pour it in there like that. And now we're going to take this butter, put it in here, and we're going to melt it. And then with this, I like to take a spoon and stir it. And the only reason I like to use a spoon is because it makes it easier to stir. Because if you use this right here, when it starts thickening up, it's going to get stuck in there. And it'd be a hassle trying to get it out. So I'm just using a spoon. It's easier. See, it's already thickening up. See how I stuck on this spoon? It would have been stuck in that whisk. And it would have been struggling trying to get it out. Alright. Now I'm just do it like this. Like this. Boom. 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 Alright, then y'all, I'm finna put a glove on because I don't want this stuff getting stuck in my nails. So I'm gonna put a glove on and do the next step. Alright, first, so we're gonna take some flour and pour it on. Over here, I got a cutting board, y'all. Put some flour on the cutting board. Not a lot of flour because you don't want your biscuits to be dry. And what I'm gonna do is, if you're doing it with your hands or gloves, you're gonna take your hand and dip it in the flour over here. And you're doing that so that you can grab this up and start kind of mashing it together, because right now it's still a little like damp a little bit. So you want to kind of make sure everything is mixed in together. And it's like little small little bits and pieces like this crumbled up. You want to make sure you get it inside the dough. And then this part kind of sticky, so that's why you need your flour so that you can mush everything together to get it to hold in together. We got some more little bits and pieces in there. We're just gonna mush it in there as best as we can. So what are you doing? What's the windy down there? You got my dog scared. Alright. Y'all can see that it got that doughy texture. It's just a little bit sticky right now. And the next step is what's gonna like get it together to where it's not so sticky. Alright, so now I'm about to take this dough that we got right here, and I'm gonna kind of mash it down like this, and I'm gonna put it on this flour over here. Alright, and now I'm about to try to move y'all over here without getting my phone sticky. Hold on, y'all. Okay. There we go. Alright. So, I'm gonna put my gloves back on. Alright, so you're gonna spread it out like this. And again, you're not gonna put too much flour on here because you don't want your biscuits to be dry now. So we're gonna take it like this, boom, spread it out like that. And then we're gonna flip it to the other side, boom, spread it out like that. And then we're gonna fold it like this. And then when you folding it like this, it's creating layers on your biscuits. So you can have like layered biscuits. And now y'all can see, now that we add that little extra dose of flour on there, we're able to spread it out like a real dough without it being too sticky. Now again, we're not gonna do too much flour, so I'm actually gonna leave it like this as is. Fold it one more time. And then we're gonna spread it out like this.
Why you messing with it there?
Alright, so now we can start forming our circles. Alright, because this is the thickness I want my biscuits. Like this. So I ain't gonna fold it no more. I'm gonna leave it like that. And then you're gonna take something circular. Some people have like biscuit cutters. I don't have no biscuit cutters. So gonna take this little thing right here and we're gonna make biscuits out of them. Boom. This one. Make sure you use your big pot. And actually, y'all, I think I need a little more flour. And I'm gonna show y'all why. Y'all see? It's sticky. So, we're gonna take that. And we're gonna just roll a little more. That's how you know if you need more flour or not. If it's sticky. So, we're just gonna take a little more flour. And that's an easy fix. Boom. And we're gonna, boom. You mash it like that. And you don't gotta use too much. You're just gonna leave it like that. Put a little extra flour on it. And get the cutting again. Boom. 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 See, now it's easy. There we go. Boom. There we go. Now we talking. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. What's up?
Thought you was going to the pot.
Huh?
Thought you had to go to the pot. Okay, turn that light off.
Taking a little bit from this biscuit
Leave it alone.
to formulate a extra little biscuit right here. All right, now we're gonna take our pan.
Leave the light alone.
And you can either butter the bottom of your pan or you can take some parchment paper, roll it out. Like that. And we're just gonna sit these on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this made 8 biscuits, y'all. And I like this because all you really need, it's cheaper than going to the store and buying biscuits in the store. Like, if you got a bag of flour, that's really all you need. You can reuse that stuff over and over, so you can basically make as many biscuits as you want. And this made 8 biscuits. Alright, so we melted our butter, y'all. And of course, we're gonna take our little brush and brush them on top. Brush them on top, buddy. And really, I'm gonna brush them all the way around. Like, put butter on all the way around them. All the way around them. Because I want my whole biscuit to be buttery. Let me show y'all what they look like. Boom. And we're gonna put these bad boys in the oven.
What's that?
Biscuits.
Oh,
Biscuits. Alright, y'all. So now we about to cook our sausage gravy while that's baking. Alright. And before we put the sausage gravy on, let me put some of this. I need this flour, so I'm gonna leave that out. I'll put this parchment paper up. I'm gonna leave that out because I'm gonna melt some more butter. We're gonna make sausage. You wanna make the sausages? Are you gonna make the sausages for me? That's trash. You gonna go put it in the trash? Are you eating your lemon? That lemon's sour. Do you think it's sour? Taste it. Hello, happy birthday, thank you. It's my birthday? I didn't know it was my birthday. Alright, y'all, we're finna get ready to put the gravy on. I just need to strain up a little bit up in here. Put all this stuff up that I don't need no more. But when it's time to eat, baby, I'll be ready to munch down. Alright. Put that in there. I'm gonna move this out the way. I'm gonna wash it after we finish because I want to go ahead and get this gravy made. Boom. I need a spoon. Alright. Now, let's get us a handy day pan. Actually, I need to cook the eggs. You want eggs too? Or just the biscuits and gravy? Few eggs? Okay. Well, I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to use. Yes, baby. Okay, thank you. You want me to open that? Okay, hold on. Just a second. Alright, I guess we'll use this. Alright, you ready, y'all? I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. Okay. Alright, hold on. Let me see. Let me show them what we're using. Alright, y'all, for the chicken, for the sausage and gravy, we're using Delilah's chicken sausage. It's the type of sausage we're using. You can use, hello everyone, step it up in here, double tap. Exactly, double tap that screen. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Yeah, all that stuff. Binge watch all my videos. I did some previous cooking videos. Make sure y'all watch those too. Yeah, do all that. But yeah, y'all can use pork sausage, turkey sausage, Italian sausage, whatever sausage you want to use. I'm using Delilah's chicken sausage. Alright, you want to open that? Here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, cut it. Okay, hold on, because we need paper in it. Okay, there we go. Let's cut it on this side, yeah. There. Now, I'm going to open it up. There you go.
What's that?
Yeah. Put it in the columns right here. Yeah. Scoot over this way. Yeah. And put it in the pan. Grab the bottom.
Huh?
Grab the bottom. Yes. And dump it in there. Dump it in there. There you go. Now, yeah, do this one. Dump that in there too. I got my handy dandy helper over here, y'all. Dump it in here.
My phone over.
I'm working.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. Now go wash your hands. Get it off your hands. Alright, and we're gonna let that cook down.
Oh, there was one. Put it, Mom. Put it.
I don't need to put it in there. Water don't need to go on this meal. We're just waiting for it to cook. And then once it cooks, then we're gonna add some other stuff in there, but we gotta let it cook first. Make sure y'all don't go nowhere or y'all gonna miss something. Make sure y'all stay in and continue watching so y'all don't miss what's next. Okay? Because what's next is the most important part. So make sure y'all don't go nowhere. Just stay in, chill, and vibe until we. Alright, while that's cooking down, wipe this counter down over here.
I like it too. I like it too.
You watching too?
Yeah.
What y'all eating for dinner today?
Huh?
I'm talking to the people.
That's it. Super.
Yeah. I'm asking them what they eating for dinner today. What y'all eating for dinner today? What's on the menu? Speaking of dinner, I need to take some out myself. Even though we're going to a barbecue today. I still want to take some out to cook. Just so we can have something to eat for tomorrow too. I should have did 2 packs of this gravy. It's cooking down, y'all. And you kind of want the pieces to be fine, not real fine, but kind of like a little bit of chunky and not no big clumps. Because you kind of want to distribute it as best as you can in the gravy. So you don't want no big chunks, and you also don't want no little small chunks. So I'm kind of clumping them up as they cook. Let that cook. And then I'm going to take something out real fast. Happy birthday. Thank y'all. Since it's my birthday, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for my birthday. Meatloaf today? Oh. No, I'm not making the meatloaf today. That's what you want. You want me to cook some meatloaf? I feel like I seen you in my comments. When I made that meatloaf that time on my short. Was that you? Ah, see? I told y'all I be paying attention to y'all. When y'all be coming on my videos and stuff. And y'all know some YouTubers don't really pay attention to y'all. They just let y'all watch. Y'all actually be paying attention. So, yeah. No, I'm not making meatloaf today. But I will put that on the schedule to make a meatloaf. Now, with the meatloaf, I'm trying to think if I should go live and make it. Or if I should actually make it as a video. Now, I'll probably go live and make it. Like, show y'all like the pre-stuff. And then, of course, when it's done, I'll put it in the short and show y'all the finished product like I always do. But, yeah, I got you. Mix the extra. I remember you. And you said, dang, that meatloaf look good. It look juicy. It ain't dry. Yeah. I remember you, friend. Say, I remember you. So I took out some neck bones, some beef neck bones, and I'm gonna thaw those out once I wash the dishes and stuff. Once I get the dishes out. All right, y'all. These sausages are almost done. And of course, we're going to let them also cook with the gravy in there. So we just want to make sure this gets done a little bit. And then we're going to make the gravy. And of course, we're going to let it sit and cook inside that gravy too. Because we want that flavor to sit inside of that gravy. You don't just want to be eating gravy. You want your gravy to have that chicken flavor in it. So in order to achieve that, of course, you got to let it simmer in there and add your seasonings too. And we're about to do all that in just a few minutes. As soon as it get done. Let's check on our biscuits. Ooh, ooh. No. No. No, they didn't burn. They actually look really good. I just want to put it on the top right. Ouch. Yes. No, they're not burning. Y'all, they trying to tell me my biscuits burning. They not burning. Look at these biscuits. Oh. And they actually done. Yeah. They nice, fluffy, and soft in the middle. I'm going to just do just a few more seconds. I'm going to let them cook. It's hot, buddy. Be careful. I'm going to let them cook just a little, like 1 more minute. And then we're going to take them out, y'all. Alright, so now, let me show y'all what the meat look like. That's all done and cooked. So now what we're going to do is, since this chicken don't make that much juice, like if you would make, like if you're making pork sausage or something, I'm going to add just a little bit of butter, right? Just a little bit, not much. Just to create a little wetness to it. Alright, and then we're going to take some flour. And we're going to put some of that flour in the middle. Boom, like that. Not too much because I only made one stick. And we're just going to stir this in. Yes, son. Okay. And we're going to just stir this in until you can't see the flour no more. And I'm going to just do a little bit more. Alright, that's enough.
Where's the remote?
What, a remote? I don't know, you got to ask your dad.
Huh?
Alright, so you got to ask dad. Alright, so we can't see the flour no more. So now what we're going to do is add some. Alright, so y'all, we added heavy whipping cream. I will usually add milk, but we don't have no milk, so you can use heavy whipping cream. Some people use heavy. Yes, son. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Tell Dad put it on for you, please. Okay, well, can you give him your phone? Dad gonna put it on his phone. Alright, pour some more of this in there. And you just gonna put it on low to simmer. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of this since we're not using milk, just a little bit, because you don't want it to be too thick. And then let me take these biscuits out, y'all. Before I forget, I can see me now forgetting, and then they be burnt, and then I be mad, and then I be pissed. Ooh. All right, cool. And then, y'all, let me take some more. Let me show y'all. These what the biscuits look like. Let me take some more butter and melt some more, and we're gonna put some butter on top of these. But our gravy is almost done. You just want to kind of season it. I'm gonna put some of this in there since we are using chicken for the gravy. And then you're gonna put some garlic salt, garlic powder in there. But of course, your girl is out. So we're gonna just use some Himalayan pink salt. But typically you would put onion powder, garlic salt, all that good stuff in there. I gotta go to the grocery store. I'm gonna put some of this in there since we don't have no garlic. So just a little bit. Boom. I'm gonna stir that up. And let me show y'all what the gravy looks like. Turn the surface light on. This is what the gravy looks like. Nice and thick, homemade. And then if you need that to be loosened up a little bit, because again, we didn't use milk, we used heavy whipping cream. So just add a little bit of that to loosen it up a little bit. But don't use that if you're using milk. If you use milk, it's gonna be a little bit loose. But I use heavy whipping cream. And then boom. Gravy. And we're gonna let that cook in there a little bit to get that chicken flavor in there. And then our butter is melted, so I'm trying to sit y'all up to where y'all can hear me. Okay, that's good. Alright, so we're gonna take our handy dandy little thingy right here, and we're gonna put butter all over these biscuits. On the top, on the side, all that goodness. I actually gonna need a little bit more butter. And then now y'all, we finna start on our eggs. Pan. I know. And let's finish buttering up our biscuits.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on in a little bit, buddy. I'm gonna put it on TV in there.
All right. Homemade buttermilk biscuits. That's also fluffy, soft and fluffy on the inside. Look at that, soft and fluffy. Yeah. And now we gonna make our eggs. And then our gravy is done. I want to do a little taste test. See if it need any more seasoning. No, that's perfect. That's good. That's good. That's good. And then when I put it on top of them biscuits, oh yeah, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Yeah, yeah. That's gonna hit. Yeah, yeah. One, two for me. One for Zai. You want one or two eggs? One for Jesse. No eat eggs?
No, you want eggs?
No. You want eggs? And I'm honestly probably just gonna cook one more just in case. Cause Zaire sometimes he'll eat 2 eggs, sometimes he'll eat 1, and I don't need him asking for my eggs. Eating up mine. And we're gonna use some Himalayan pink salt. Of course, you're gonna put some cheese in it. And let that cook down. And then in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna start prepping plates. Were you ready to eat this? And then I like my eggs scrambled well, but not dry. And no, I don't put milk in my eggs. All that to make them extra fluffy, and well, I don't need to do all that. I don't need to do all that. I don't need to do all that. You know how to cook them right. They're gonna be bliss. Make sure that cheese is mixed in there good. But some people like their eggs fluffy though. Me, I like them cooked as is, not adding no extra mix to it besides cheese. And boom, look at that, perfect. Just the way I like them. Boom, look at that. Look at them eggs. And they done. I don't even need to let them cook any more longer or they gonna be dry. So we're gonna go ahead and just plate them.
I'll sit down in your chair so you can eat.
All right, y'all. And the food is done. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next cooking video because we are about to munch down. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make sure y'all binge watch all my videos. Comment on them. Let me know what y'all want me to cook next. And without further ado, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.